Hello, my name is Elizabeth Dodd-Deissler. I am a tattoo artist that has been tattooing out of Noble Studio for 1.5 years. I reside in Tacoma, Washington. I started tattooing after I became a nurse when my friend encouraged me to start tattooing myself and practicing on other people. Unfortunately, it gave me a lot of anxiety and I wanted to have a traditional apprenticeship. My greatest challenge as a tattoo artist has been to find people who love atelier, like classical oil painting, and who love tattooing and combine the both of them. It's been hard to find people who, they either do like traditional, they do realism, but the atelier style is a little bit different from realism. So that has been a great challenge. I feel like I would benefit from Daria Parajenko's presentation in Texas the most because of her quick application and the minimal trauma she makes to the skin when she color packs. I feel like the biggest benefit for me would be I would be learning new techniques in minimizing the skin trauma. I would become quicker as a tattoo artist, and I would learn information that would be very valuable to me that I could share with other fellow tattoo artists. I'm very passionate about teaching and painting and all that. I look up to Deanna James because I really like the classical approach that she has, where she's really passionate about painting, teaching painting, and tattooing as well. But with that art history, that atelier style, my ultimate goal with tattooing would be to not feel limited at all, to tattoo all skin types, over scars, burns, any Fitzpatrick, and to bring those paintings onto the skin. I specialize in UV ink pigments, so these types of inks, I like to mix them with like flowers, roses, things like that, and they glow. Not a lot of tattoo artists do that, but I love the UV painterly realism. This is the style that I would like to specialize in, is like to do full color floral sleeves in UV, just make them like really bright, bold. And my two favorite pieces was one that I did of the Coronation of Mary by Velázquez. It's a huge painting that I started for my mother when my grandma was in the process of dying. Our family's from Spain, so these Spanish artists that do this classical type of art in the churches is something that I'm really drawn to naturally, because it's my background. And then the other piece was a rose that I finished, and I outlined it the first session, I practiced a little bit, and then I completed it in the second session within like 4 hours. So that was awesome. But I look forward to completing more floral realism pieces. The artist outside of tattooing that inspires me the most, I would say it would be my friend Charles Burt. He is a veteran oil painter that studied under Juliet Aristides in Seattle, Washington. She formed Gage in the atelier over there. My friend Charles, he went through the military, served for 20 years in the Army, and he developed a tremors, and so he just had brain surgery. He had a successful surgery, tremors are gone, but he taught me how to paint quickly, how to make decisions quickly, because in a way he's teaching me on death's ground, right? So people who are not like afraid to make mistakes, or like mistakes are part of the process, this is how you paint quickly, this is how you get it done. The other art mediums that I practice are just strictly oil and acrylic. I do like wood carving, but I haven't really gotten into it, like frames and stuff like that. But there's only so many things that I can commit to at once. I've taken on tattooing for 1.5 years, and I will be focusing on this for now. I find inspiration from the old masters, from nature, from my fellow tattoo artists and fellow artists. And what motivates me to create art is that it's a therapeutic experience between me and my client. It is healing, it is medicinal, it is not just tattooing, it is energy work. I feel like what I bring to the tattoo industry is that I like to teach. I'm very passionate about teaching, and I love oil painting, and I like pushing the boundaries and creating art that you didn't think would be possible on skin. With my tattoos, I feel like I bring like a bright, colorful look to certain parts of it, while others like kind of like fade into the gray. You know, when you use the color wheel and you use the complementary colors and you're like trying to mute certain colors and make other colors bright. Trying to find an example of this. Like for this, you can see that this is very almost like neon, like fleshy. And then when things curve, they get sometimes colder. You know, skin's more complicated, but to have like bright, fleshy areas, same with like the flowers. But then they start to get a little bit gray, and this is what the realism looks like. I feel like I deserve this scholarship because I would be bringing this to other tattoo artists that I could share this information with. I could bring this into basically my own personal work for my clients. I would cherish this for life, and I would be honored to come visit you guys. Please, so I will be emailing this video to you before 5 p.m. today. Thank you. Bye.